Assalamualaikum, my name is Sofia. Today, my team and I are going to answer the questions given by Madam Fazila by explaining and giving the analysis based on our research. So, first and foremost, I will answer based on my question, which is question number 1. Calculate the company's liquidity ratio based on the statements above. First and foremost, do you guys know what is liquidity ratio? Liquidity ratio refers to the company which is Dura Ltd's ability to cover their current liabilities using their current assets. We are going to use two important formulas which are current ratio and also quick ratio. For first question, the formula for current ratio is current asset divided by current liability. The total of current asset will be Rm 2,050,000 divided by the current liabilities, which is 575,000 ringgit. So the sum will be 3.57 times. Next is the formula for quick ratio. The formula is current asset minus by the inventory minus by the prepayment divided by the current liabilities. It will be Rm 104,491 divided by Rm 575,000 ringgit. The sum will be 1.40 times. Next is question number 1, 2. I will compare Dura Ltd's liquidity ratio with the average industry ratio for current ratio and also quick ratio. First, current ratio for Dura Ltd is 3.57 times. Meanwhile, the average industry ratio is 4.3 times. This shows the performance of Dura Ltd is bad compared to the average industry ratio. It means they are not able to cover their current liabilities using their current assets. My statement can be supported according to K.R. Subramaniam's financial statement analysis, where a lower current ratio relative to the average industry ratio can signal to potential liquidity issues. Next is Dura quick ratio is 1.40 while the average industry ratio is 0.97. This shows the performance of Dura is so good compared to the average industry ratio. It means Dura Ltd are able to pay their current liabilities using their current assets. My statement also can be supported according to Investopedia, where a higher company's quick ratio results in better short-term financial health. They can sustain longer without worrying about their debt issues. That's all from me. I will pass to my friends for question number 2.
Hello everyone, today I'll be presenting an analysis of Dura Ltd's performance based on key financial ratios with a comparison to its competitors, Imbun Co. and Flexwell Corp. Now let's see historical performance of Dura Ltd from 2023 to 2024. For inventory turnover, they improved from 4.36 to 5.01 times. This indicates Dura is selling its inventory faster than the previous year, showing better inventory management. For days sales outstanding, it decreased slightly from 35 to 34 days, meaning the company is collecting the payments from customers a little quicker. On the downside, fixed asset turnover dropped from 6.2 to 4 times, suggesting less efficient use of fixed assets like machinery. Similarly, total asset turnover fell from 5.1 to 3.9 times, indicating the company is using its overall assets less effectively than before. Now, let's compare Dura Ltd's 2024 performance with its two competitors. For inventory turnover, Dura's 5.01 time is the lowest compared to Imbun's 6.22 and Flexwell's 5.89. This means Dura is slower in selling its products. For days sales outstanding, at 34 days, Dura is taking the longest to collect payments from customers, compared to Imbun's 26 days and Flexwell's 29.3. For the fixed asset turnover, Dura is again the lowest at 4.0 times, while the competitors at 6.7 times. This reflects less efficiency in using equipment and machinery. And the last one, total asset turnover, Dura's is 3.9 times, is also behind both competitors, showing weaker overall asset utilization. In conclusion, while Dura Ltd showed some improvement in inventory turnover and receivables collection compared to its own past performance, it lags behind its competitors in all 4 key areas. This suggests the company needs to improve its operational efficiency and asset management to stay competitive in the industry. Thank you.
Hello everyone, today I will be evaluating whether Dura Ltd is keeping up with its competitors Embun and Flexor Corp in 2024 despite some progress in 2023. To begin with, Dura Ltd have shown some improvement, particularly in inventory turnover and days sales outstanding. However, when we look into the key performance ratio, it becomes clear that Dura still falls behind its competitors in several critical areas. Let's look at inventory turnover first. Dura recorded 5.01 times while Embun and Flexor achieved 6.22 and 5.89 times respectively. This tells us that Dura sells its inventory more slowly, indicating inefficiency in inventory management compared to its rival. Next, days sales outstanding, DSO. Dura takes 34 days to collect payments compared to 26 days for Embun and 29.3 days for Flexor Corp. These longer collection periods affect cash flow and highlights a weakness in credit and collection efficiency. Now, let's look at fixed asset turnover. Dura only managed 4.0 times while Embun and Flexor achieved 7.03 and 7.6 times respectively. This shows that Dura is not using its fixed asset like machinery and equipment as efficiently, and as a result generates less revenue from them. And finally, total asset turnover. Dura stands at 3.9 times while Embun and Flexor Corp reach 6.4 and 5.3 times respectively. This indicates how Dura utilizes all of its assets less effectively, further improving that it's underperforming compared to industry peers. So in conclusion, although Dura Ltd has made minor improvements since 2023, its asset turnover ratios have declined and remain significantly lower than those of Embun and Flexor Corp. This just suggests inefficiency in how Dura utilizes its resources. Therefore, Dura Ltd is not keeping up with all their competitors in 2024.
Today, I'm going to talk about two effective strategies to improve asset management for any businesses. So, the first strategy is to improve fixed asset utilization. This simply means getting more value from the resources a company already owns, like machinery, equipment, and buildings. Instead of spending money on new asset, businesses can invest in modern technology, upgrade existing equipment, or streamline operation to produce more with what they already have. This not only saves money but also increases output and efficiency, ultimately leading to higher profit. Think of it like this: why buy a new machine if your current one can do more with a simple upgrade? The second strategy is to speed up receivable collection. Late payment from customer are common issue and can create serious cash flow problem. To fix this, businesses can offer early payment discount, tighten credit policies, or improve invoice tracking system. When customers pay faster, the company can get cash in hand sooner, which help with day-to-day operation and reduce the chance of bad debts. In short, the faster money comes in, the stronger and more flexible the business becomes. So, in summary, by focusing on better use of fixed asset and faster collection, companies can strengthen their financial position without needing huge investment. These strategies are practical, cost-effective, and can make a big difference in how well a business manages its resources. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nufarsha binti Zaidin, and today I will be talking about the question 3, Roman number 1 question. So, how would you assess the health of Dura Ltd's debt management in 2024? So, there are 3 debt management ratio. First, debt ratio equals to total debt over total assets. So the total debt will be current liabilities plus long-term liabilities. So you will get 575,000 ringgit plus 900,000 ringgit equals to 1,475,000 ringgit. The total assets will be 4 million ringgit, and the debt ratio is 1,475,000 ringgit over 4 million ringgit. So you will get 0.37. So the analysis is only 37% of the company assets are financed by debt. Lower is better, so this is a good sign. Why? Because a lower debt ratio is generally better because it means the company relies less on borrowed money. So it will reduce the financial risk and increasing stability. So for question B, the formula is debt to equity ratio equals to total debt over total equity. So the total equity will be 2,000,000 ringgit plus 525,000 ringgit equals to 2,525,000 ringgit. 1,475,000 over 2,525,000 equals to 0.58. So for the analysis, for every 1 ringgit of equity, the company has 58 cents in debt. Lower is good. This shows lower financial risk. A lower debt to equity ratio is good because it means the company used less debt compared to its own funds, reducing risk of financial trouble. The third formula is time interest earned equals to earning before interest taxes over interest. Earning before interest taxes equals to 760,000 ringgit. The interest is 60,000 ringgit. So 760,000 over 60,000 equals to 12.67 times. For the analysis is the company can pay its interest 12.67 times with its profit before interest. Higher is better, so this is very strong. A higher times interest earn ratio is good because it shows the company earns much more than it needs to cover interest, meaning it is less likely to face payment difficulties. Next, the second Roman question: why is healthy debt management important for the long-term continuity and sustainability of a business like Dura Ltd? First, avoids financial trouble. Good debt management helps a company avoid problems like not being able to pay bills or loans. This keeps the business running smoothly. When a business borrows money, it must repay it on time with interest. So if the company fails to manage this well, it can lead to serious problems like cash shortages, unpaid bills, or even bankruptcy. For example, Toys R Us collapsed because it took on too much debt and couldn't keep up with the payments. By managing debt responsible, Dura Ltd can keep the business stable and avoid such risks. The second one is to build trust. When a company handles debt well, banks and investors feel confident to support the business. It shows the company is reliable and responsible. So, when this group see that Dura Ltd handles its debt carefully, making payments on time, and not borrowing more than it can afford, they are more likely to support the business. This can lead to better loan terms, easy access to credit, and more investment opportunities, just like big companies such as Apple and Microsoft. A good financial reputation helps Dura Ltd grow and succeed in the long term. Third, to keep costs low. So, managing debt well means the company pay less interest and avoid extra fees. This saves money and increases profits. Loans and other debts comes with interest charges and sometimes extra fees if payments are late. By managing debt wisely, Dura Ltd can avoid these extra costs. This means that the company spends less money on paying off loans and keep more profit. That saves money and can be used to improve the business, invest in new projects, or expand operations. And that's all from me. Thank you.